Hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to explore the user interface of IBM Cognos Analytics. So this is our landing page of IBM Cognos Analytics, as we can see. So it is having multiple options. Let's explore one by one. As soon as we log in, this is our first page, as we can see. I will show you welcome ABC. That is like I have kept as ABC as a user ID in this case. So it will give you a name. And we have few options like we have either we can create, you'll have a create, select or upload data and create content directly from here. We also have an assistant where you can ask your questions if you want to create any reports or sales or any kind of thing. So you can just try to go over here and I'll show you how to use it. You can write your questions, you can get out of answers. Apart from that, the third option where we have here, we have a lot of, we can say, videos which is provided by IBM for the learners who are new to Cognos. They can access these videos from here itself and you can say learn how to create or how to use IBM Cognos Analytics. Apart from that, if you come to the bottom side, you can say there are multiple tabs over here. As you can see, there's a sample tab, but these are the reports or these are the models, these are the folders which is created by the IBM site, you can say. As I'm using the cloud environment, IBM trial cloud environment for 30 days. So you can say like this is a sample provided by IBM Cognos to learn which will help us to learn IBM Cognos Analytics development. Apart from that, we have a recent tab. It will showcase all the recent reports which you have run in this environment. Then this most important one is my content. My content is exactly same, which is very close and very private to one user actually. So anything if you are providing in your my content, it will be only visible to your ID. Others will not be able to see these reports which are placed in this my content. Then we have the team content. Team content is pretty simple. This is what everyone, all the users will be able to see these folders. And as per the you can say security policies and as per the access policies, they will be able to see this folders, see these reports, or execute these reports, run these reports. It depends on the access they are having. The fifth tab what we are having is favorites tab. When you are adding any of the reports or folders as a favorite, as you can see there's an icon over here, so it will be added to the favorites tab on the top, you can say at any point of time. For example, there are 500 folders, but you don't need to navigate to all the different folders or all the different reports. So only you can just try to tag those reports or folders as a favorite, and it will be tagged in your, you can say, tab itself in the fifth tab. So these are the options which we are having. As you can see on the top ribbon, you can see multiple options are there. I'll take it from the left hand side. This is the open menu option. This is the open menu option. When you click over here, we have a couple of options over here. We'll go one by one. This is the home button. It will help you to come navigate to the home page. This is our home page. If you are in any other pages, any other slides, any other locations, if you click on this can say button home, it will take you directly to this landing page. Then we have new. This is a very important part, you can say. In this new, we select over here, so it will allow you to create different data sources. That is, if you take out data sources, it can be data server, data module, data set, upload data, from which you can create your own report out of it. Then we have data presentation and assets, that is dashboard, report, assistant chat, or you can say exploration and stories. So these are the different components which you can create in this cloud environment, you can say, provided by IBM. So we'll see in coming sessions how we can use these things one by one. Apart from this, this is content. You can say if you are in any other locations, this content is something like this folders. What we have seen, that is my content, team content, samples, and favorites. It will show you the folder structure basically. That is our content. Coming to the recent, it will show you the recent reports which we have run. Apart from that, the last option we have over here is manage. So manage is something like it will be the admin part, you can say admin console, where all the admin related activities can be performed by the admin you can say. So this is like right now we don't have much options in the admin because this is our cloud environment where we'll have less options to see and use it. But if you are working in the actual project environment, we have more options to it. And we also have an admin console option available at this place, by which we have more facilities where we can provide the access, schedule the report, a lot of more options we can do. But as a developer, as a new user, as a new person to understand Cognos, we don't need that those admin roles to have it. So this is something like very important for the developers and learner this part. Coming to the second one, we have a ribbon of IBM Cognos Analytics, which is still, you can say, we have different ways to modify this also. In the coming sessions, we'll see that also. Then we have a drop down. So this is something, it is an explorer, we can say. If you are having multiple reports open, all the reports you can navigate from here itself. On the right hand side, you can see if you want to search anything, it is a search button. Apart from the search button, we have assistant. You can query your doubts to get the solution out of from IBM. Then we have learn. If you want to learn IBM Cognos, it has links, it has forum links, it has videos also, which will help you to learn. Apart from that, we have notifications. So related to, you can say, for example, you have something, for example, you have scheduled reports, or your some subscription is ending. All these notifications will be available over here. Then coming to the last one, that is, this is personal menu. This option is personal to your ID, which will be specific to your ID actually. So it depends from user to user. Uh, it will differ from different user, different IDs as per the request. So if you see this complete Cognos user interface mostly, so we can say it's a web-based report authoring tool, you can say. And when it comes to reporting, why we do reporting, it is just it will help us to create a business intelligence reports, you can say. It is going to help us to create that, which is going to by which we can say we are going to analyze corporate data according to the specific information needs. It will also help us to format data, present and distribute and corporate data using many different methods in this IBM Cognos. That is what we can say. Apart from that, like we want to create any new report, for example, basic report. So mostly, if we'll see, we'll go to this menu and we'll select on the new, and then we'll select the report. Once we select the report, you see, so it may take time based on the server and network speed. Once it is loading, it will say us what kind of report you want to create and what type of template we want to choose. So these templates, as we can see, the default template selected is blank template. Apart from that, we have one beside two, one column, two by two. So these are the different templates which we can choose to select, you can say. So templates is something like where we'll have predefined folders, predefined boxes created, predefined headers and footers, which will help us to create the report. We don't need to create the report from scratch actually. So what I will prefer is I always try to select that one column report for my all the reports, you can say. Let me just try to cancel and refresh if you have any kind of error at any point of time, because this is a cloud version, and at any point of time, and if you get any kind of error related to some server, when you click somewhere and you get an error, so it is best things to refresh the browser so that the you will get a good connection to the cloud. I'll try to create the report again. I'll go to new and I'll go to report. I'll select one column. Once I select one column, I'll get a create option on the right hand side. I'll just select create. So this is the design window right now, which I'm having over here. As you can see in this design window, we have multiple parts over here. The left hand side, what we can see, this is known as content panel or content pane. This center area is known as work area, and this options what we get over here at the top when you select anything. So this is known as toolbar. This is known as toolbar. The right hand side what we get is this is properties window, you can say. The top side what we get is, you can say, that is known as application bar. This is known as application bar on the top, you can say, whereas IBM Cognos Analytics is written. And this is something like is known as switcher menu. I can switch between reports by there by using this switcher menu, we can say. And the top you can say that is report pages and page one where it is written. That is known as Explorer, where we can just navigate from one place to the other place. When we want to navigate on the left hand side, as we can see, there are source option and toolbox option. So if you see what is source, if I'm creating my report, I need some source, right? I need to get data from somewhere. So basically there can be multiple sources. So I'll just select one source which is already pre-created for this sample or pre-created for this cloud environment. So basically this framework manager is going to create a model and it is going to publish over here in this place. So in this case for our trial version, you can say we have different sources which is created by the, I can say IBM, and which is put for learning purpose. I'll select this coffee sales and marketing data model as a source. So this will act as a source for my report in this case. So this is my source. Apart from that, we have toolbox. So toolbox basically are the items. These toolbox are the items which I will be using to create a report. This toolbox are the item. These are tools basically. They are different multiple tools which are categorized by the pin, textual, layout, data container, prompting, advanced, and developers. I can create a report by using all these tools from this insertable objects section, that is toolbox, which we are having over here. And if you see on the top explorer side, you can say I'll click over here. We have reports. That is a complete report is categorized into this. Then I have pages. I can have a number of pages as per my need, as per my project. Then we have prompt pages. We'll see what is prompt pages in detail, which runs before a report is run. This prompt pages are going to run. Right now, this prompt page is not having any pages. Then we have queries. Whenever you are creating any of the reports in Cognos at the backend, it is created. Queries are created at the backend, you can say. So those cases also we will be seeing in detail. Then we have classes, variables, parameters. Those cases we'll also be seeing in coming sessions in detail part, you can say. So if you are going to see over here, so if you are able to see on the right hand side, these are the properties related to any object you select. So right now I see what is selected over here. You can say this is a major table. You can say this is my design window, and my design window is having a header. This is my header. This is my body design. You can say report body, and this is my footer. As you can see, there are three dots. By using these three dots, I can select the item. I can select these three dots. Complete footer is selected. I can select these three dots. Complete, I can say page is selected in this way. So if I want to create a simple list report by this, I have multiple options. The first option is I can select on this is plus sign. I can select the list. That is one option. The second option is I can go to the left hand side tools, and from the pinned option I can select a list. I can drag a list to this design phase, you can say. Now it will ask me a few information like what is my list name, what is my query name. As per the best practice, we should try to provide a list details. For example, product list, something like list underscore product. I can give a query name as query underscore product in this case, and I can select. Okay, so my list is created. So it is basically acting as a container. It acts as a container for me where I'm going to put data to it, and I will be able to create the simple report. So as we can see over here, my container is ready, but there is no data. So from the left hand side source, as we can see, source tab, I can have all these different kind of sources over here. I'll expand the products table and I will drag this product column in this way. So when we are dragging this product column, just make sure you have this kind of arrangement. You should have this double line blinking, then only drop it. The other way to insert the item is right click and select insert. The third way of inserting the value is double click, it will be inserted. These are three ways. Some people or some students, if they are dragging this item somewhere else in this way, so you need, like another list is created. That's a wrong method. Basically, if you want to add anything, you need to drag it in such a way that you should be able to be very close to the line when you're dragging it in this way. When you see this double line blinking, then only drop it. Then you get a particularly perfect list created out of it. So this is a very simple list which I have created. Out of it, you can try to we can provide a header also. Double click the header, provide this header like product analysis. For now, I'm just trying to. I want to format this header from the top tools. I can either format or from the properties also I can format. What I'll do is I'll just try to format it from the tools. We have a font option over here. I'll just try to increase the font. I'll make it bold and I'll change the foreground color to maybe as per your project requirement, as per your requirements. You can just try to put the color over here. So this is the header I have provided. This is the list report I have created. Now my report is created and I have provided my report header. I will be saving this report. So at the top menu, as you can see, there's a save as option. I'll go to this place. I'll save as this option with the name as. I'll save all the time in the my content as R1. I'll save it. Now my report is saved. I'll run it. So my report has run. You can see it has provided the output. So this was the first report which is created as a simple list report. Thank you, everyone.